So we are playing Sunderland in the League Cup semi-final. We've got a semi. Whee! Grow up. We're out the FA Cup. We're doing very bad in the league. This is not a time for jokes. Adam joins me in the Devil's Dirty Dungeon to discuss this game. We weren't really going to do a preview because we've been very busy. Lots going on. New Year, Christmas, etc., etc. But it's a semi-final. We've got little else to celebrate. Adam, this might be our only hope for a trophy all season. True or false?
True.
Thanks for coming.
We still got the Champions League in it.
Whee! That's never going to happen. What do we think? Serious? Serious? Is this important?
Yeah, it'd be, I remember when Roman Abramovich came in and we didn't win anything for a few seasons, and the Carling Cup kind of kicked it all off. It was Ronaldo's first serious cup.
Yeah.
And it kicked on it gave us some success. So hopefully this can give us some confidence if we can get there. It won't be easy. Sunderland have been playing a little bit better, although some of their results haven't shown it under Gus Poyet. So they could provide a threat at their home ground. But you're expecting us to go through here, and I feel more confident away from home as well.
Fair enough. We've got a lot of injuries going to this game. Rio, Young, Fellaini, Nani, all out. We don't know about Van Persie, Rooney, Jones, Raphael. Who would you play in this game? Would you put players forward and not worry about the Swansea game at the weekend?
I'd like to see David De Gea come back. I think we looked a little bit shaky with that even there. That's no disrespect to Lindegaard. I thought he didn't make really any mistakes.
Couldn't do anything about Boney's header, could he?
Yeah, and I thought we missed him. So David De Gea in goal. Smalling, although he didn't play that well at right back, I'd play him at right back again. We've got no other choice unless you play Valencia.
Just in case, I'm just going to interrupt you. Just in case you can hear a funny noise, don't panic. Somebody is hoovering very loudly in the room, sort of next door to. We're in the Devil's Lair, obviously, but they're cleaning the lair next door with a very loud hoover. So if that's you might hear that. So don't panic. Carry on, Adam.
Yeah, so where was I?
Not really sure.
Smalling at right
not
back,
doing
although
great
he's
this
been
season.
poor there in the last game. Evans, Vidic, Evra at left back. Butner played well, so we could give him another go. It's a competition, so as much as a critic I've been of Butner, he could play there, but I'd go with Evra again anyway. Get some more stability back there. Carrick and Giggs in the middle. Januzaj and Kagawa out wide. I thought Kagawa was poor, but he does need a run of games, and it is a cup game, so why not, give him a chance again, albeit out wide where he hasn't played that well. But I'm thinking he needs to start playing well at some point. If it's going to be out in a wider position, so be it. The best times we played our football is when we had movement, flair off the ball, and he needs to bring that into his game. If he can't do it, then I think he needs to go, in my opinion, because he's never going to get that number 10 role.
Yeah, do you think he either has to lock down that number 10 role, if that's what he wants? Because maybe he's not playing out wide because he's not happy there. Do you have to lock down that position, or it's time to go? Because what's the point?
He's not going to lock down that position, though, if we keep Rooney. Is that our best player plays in that position? So if we keep playing Rooney, then Tiger not got a sniff.
So do you think it's important to keep him happy and give him chances? Because for all we know, Rooney, over everything that happened in the summer, Rooney's played really well this year, but not once has he come out and said, I'm really happy at United, this is where my future lies. Not once has he said anything similar to that. He's playing very well, and credit to him, but he still hasn't come close to clarifying that he wants to stay at the club. In the summer, he might do the same thing as he did this summer and try and force a move.
At the end of the day, he puts 100% in, week out. We knew Ronaldo wanted to leave in his last year of the season. He's still putting 100%. He scored 20-odd goals for us. So if Wayne Rooney keeps playing, whether he wants to leave or not, he's playing in a Man United shirt. If he puts in 100%, then, it's football at the end of the day. He's gone past the stage where every footballer is going to be there because, some of them are going to be after money at the end of the day, and it's modern day football. So if he's putting in the shifts and he's scoring goals, then I don't care. I don't sing his name as much as I used to. I still shout a bit of abuse at him out of bed. I've lost a bit of love for him, so I don't really care as long as he does the job for us, to be honest.
Well, I completely agree with you, and credit to him for working hard. But what I mean is it worth upsetting Kagawa and not giving him a chance in the number 10 role? If Rooney could leave, and then you've got an upset Kagawa who wants to leave, is Rooney worth all the trouble?
Has Kagawa shown that he wants to play for Manchester United really that much in his performances? You got Januzaj playing out of position. His best position's number 10.
Yeah.
He's a young lad, and he puts it in, week out. Half the times, he's our best player. So what about Welbeck? He got stuck out there. he put it in week out, showed that he wanted to play for Manchester United. Kagawa ain't been doing it, so all these people, these modern hipsters that have been, getting all like shouting out about Dortmund now because they're popular and they've got onto Kagawa, but the facts are that he hasn't been doing it for Manchester United consistently.
Very good point. Now let's get back to Sunderland. Do you think winning the League Cup would sort of smooth over David Moyes' first season if it carries on as it is and maybe we don't make the Champions League? Would that be some sort of compensation?
If we don't make the Champions League, David Moyes is gone, I think, because that Champions League money is so important to the club. We can't afford to have... It's going to be difficult if we have one season without Champions League football because it's harder to attract players. Look at Liverpool. They kept missing out on Champions League football. They attracted a lower caliber of player, and their form in the league suffered because of it in the long term. So we need to maintain that top 4 position. Champions League football is so important now, and I think we'll get it. But winning the cup, on the other hand, it's going to be good. David Moyes needs his first real piece of silverware. Community Shield doesn't count. And I think, a medal for some of these younger players will give them a lot of confidence going into, the rest of this season and next season. Okay.
Just one thing before we talk about Sunderland and whether we need to worry about them and who they're danger men are.
Balbeck and Hernandez up front as well, by the way.
Good. I forgot too. Got caught up in Kagawa. That sounds like a good film title, Caught Up in Kagawa. Now, this is what I was going to say. You said you think Moyes will go if we don't make the Champions League. Hypothetically, if that happened, we don't make the Champions League, could we afford to fire David Moyes because he's on a 6-year contract? If we've not got the Champions League money, that would be a huge payout to get rid of him. Huge. I don't think we could afford it.
The financial implications of just that European football is far too much. I may be being a bit hasty in saying that. I think the Glazers, obviously, it's Glazonomics, isn't it? They're going to look to keep money and look to save money. And that part of me, thinks, the pessimistic side of me always thinks that maybe they've got David Moyes because he is good. He's been good without a lot of money, and it's simply a case of them looking to make the best out of their investment. Yeah. And I always worry about that, but
All right. Well, let's talk about the League Cup final. Who should we worry about playing for Sunderland? John O'Shea, Wes Brown. We know they've got talent.
I think they're both. I think John O'Shea's injured.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it?
I think Quaylar's injured as well, so they'll miss them at the back. I like Giaccherini. They signed him in the summer. I think he's a very good player. And what's that? That Barini has been scoring some crucial goals for them as well this season. So them two will prove a threat. But I think they've been playing much better football for under Gus Poyet. And in a cup competition, who knows? But I do think we'll win it.
Is Sunderland's biggest threat our lack of confidence?
I think we're more confident away from home simply because we haven't got the home support on our back as such. Maybe the pressure of that under David Moyes and the players just can't take it. And away from home, we've been a lot better. Our away support is the best in England, and that counts a lot as well. A lot of the times at Manchester United, I remember going to the Burnabout and they were always moaning when a sideways pass was getting played or a backwards pass, and it's got like that at United. Yeah. I think they play better away from home, and on the counter-attack they're a lot better.
Yeah. Okay, Adam, thanks very much. Score prediction?
3-1 United.
Very good. I'll go 2-0. Awesome. That was the Sunderland preview. Now, please subscribe. Let us know what you think the score will be. Let us know what you thought of the other stuff Adam and I spoke about and about players' form and who you would pick. Write it all down below. Give us a like, and we'll like you back. Hypothetically.